Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
Anyways, we're using the hashtag #AskPitchSide.
Pitch sides. Ask pitch side.
Yeah. Do you want to read some out? What we got?
Can indeed. Do you think that Potter would leave Brighton if one of Rodgers, Gerrard or Lampard got sacked? Yes. Brendan Rodgers.
Really?
So Everton, Villa or Leicester?
I think Leicester has being Premier League winners has enough.
A natural progression, maybe.
It seems pretty sideways given how good Brighton are at the moment, but I think in terms of long term, Leicester want to be better.
I was having
like top four
conversation the other day about Potter for the England job, actually. Whether
I would like that.
Yeah,
I would like that a lot.
Whether he'd be a good fit for that.
Kemp, I'm assuming this might be Kempsall. Maybe not, I don't know.
Oh, wait, do we not go around the table? It's just one answer.
Okay, yeah, we can go around the table. Yes.
Okay.
Right, Kemp says, how much is Alan Saint-Maximin worth? Now.
60 mil?
Priceless. Stays at Newcastle. Do you remember when the Saudi takeover happened and everyone memed, ASM's the only player good enough to stay in that 11 in a few years' time? Kind of looks like that's going to happen.
I think he's only probably worth 45 mil. I think it's one of them ones that will just go like, he's really expensive, but he'll just go for like 40, 45.
I don't think he'll go. I don't think he will.
But the only thing is you're valued at what someone's going to pay, right?
Absolutely.
So the club can have a valuation of you, but ultimately if no one's going to meet it, it's difficult to say. But yeah, I think he could probably get like 60 mil now, maybe. Especially after
Anthony Gordon's worth 60 mil.
That's just ridiculous, isn't it? Tom Farley says, do you think Tuchel will be at Chelsea come next season?
It's a tough one.
Yeah. I think he's getting back with some signings for this summer.
In it for the long haul.
Yeah. Well, not for the long haul, but I don't think he's necessarily going to leave next season. I don't think Chelsea are going to have as an underwhelming season as we're writing them off to have. I think they'll probably win something, which means he'll stay.
Do you think if they don't win anything, then he goes?
Maybe. Yeah.
He's in sacks, not just walks out.
He's in sacks. It's weird because like this new Todd Bowley era, he might be like, actually, you're a really good manager. Let's keep you for a little bit. I've only been here a year myself.
Yeah.
So it's not like Abramovich, who's like this owner that has had so much success to a point where if they don't win anything, because he's seen so much silverware in the past, then he's like, well, you've not won anything, you're out. Todd Bowley's not experienced that yet. So maybe he just keeps him until he
depends
does
what standards, I guess, he has.
Yeah.
Coming in just thinking, if we don't win this, that, then see you later.
He has put a lot of money about as well, so maybe.
We shall see. Chris McClark says, are we going to see the closest competition for top 6 in recent years?
It looks like that at the moment.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
But I think it's like Charlie said earlier, with all Premier League seasons, it takes like 5 to 10 games to settle down, and then you'll start to get an idea of how teams are progressing. But the World Cup is a big spanner. So I don't even think when we come back from that, you'll be able to see like what's going to happen.
Do you remember when James Rodriguez burst onto the scene for Colombia? Yeah. Who's going to be the next James Rodriguez?
But not even that. I mean, like so many of these big top 6 teams could have like huge injuries to their players, or come back fatigued and just look completely different. So,
Geordie Peters, guys, g'day. Is KDB the best Premier League midfielder of all time?
Oh yeah.
Or do we save this and do a debate?
We could save that. I'm happy to save that question because I've got a lot of thoughts behind that.
Geordie Peters. We absolutely love that question. Jack Redding goes, if you had to support another team in the Premier League, who would it be and why?
Spurs.
Oh, there's filth.
Oh, why?
My dad supports Spurs.
Okay. Mine would be Leicester for that same reason.
Yeah. It'd be a natural thing. Yeah.
I'll be West Ham because Irons. Massive club, innit?
Would it actually? Not Brighton?
You go.
No, I just always had this weird... it should be Brighton, really, but it's just like... It was because... I don't know if you had it at your school. Everyone at school, when Brighton started doing good...
School as you.
No, I'm primary school.
Oh, right, okay.
Primary school, when Brighton started doing good, they got promoted from League One. Suddenly all the Chelsea United fans supported Brighton. I was like, what are you doing? I get it, but you haven't supported them when they've been in League One why are you suddenly supporting them when they're a championship? And it's just like, grow up. So if you're going to support a team, support them. And it really annoyed me.
Yeah.
But we are talking about if you had to support another team here, not...
Yeah, I'd be West Ham because Irons.
Okay.
Massive club. How you doing in FPL, asks Harry Osborne.
Slow start, hoping to claw it back. Theo's even slower.
Very bad. But you know what? As the Premier League is the same, it all works itself out.
But we've worked out... but we've worked out that we're not wrong. Football is wrong.
Football is broken at the moment. And what can you do? And finally, Big Myers goes, is Nunez a Uruguayan Andy Carroll?
A donkey. No, I think there's obviously that big debate of who's going to score more goals, Haaland or Nunez. I think he will score goals naturally. I think you put Andy Carroll back up front for Liverpool and he'll score goals. Like it's just a thing that will take some time to get used to.
Bit of maturity maybe needed.
Yeah, he's what, 22, 21, something like that.
Yeah.
So
young.
Yeah, I think he will. He won't be considered a flop, and I think it would be wrong to. It's obviously very frustrating. He has been like really immature in the sense of. And who was it? Who was the pundit that came out? An ex-Liverpool player came out and just said it just wasn't a red card or a headbutt. It was
really?
Like he just walked into him. Who was it? Some Liverpool guy made a video, not like a proper main one. I can't remember his name, but he made a video anyway and was like, it wasn't a red card. He didn't headbutt him. He just like walked into him.
It's just not true.
It's just like what?
It's just literally not true.
It's crazy.